Hey guys, what's up? It's Chicks and Cooker and Ruby here. Today we're going to be making some lettuce wraps. I'm going to make a pork lettuce wrap and a chicken lettuce wrap with two amazing sauces in them. You guys got to stick around and watch. This is going to be awesome. Check it out. The first lettuce wrap we're doing is a pork lettuce wrap. I've got about 2 pounds of country style bone-in pork ribs here. And my base of the sauce, which you can see is already in the bowl, is Gojuchang hot pepper paste. So the first ingredient after that, I've got half a cup of soy sauce, a half a cup of hoisin, and the next ingredient I have here is a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. I've got 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1/4 cup, excuse me, that's a half a cup of brown sugar, about 2 tablespoons of fresh diced garlic. Let me try that again. 2 tablespoons of fresh diced garlic, and I have some squeezed ginger here. I love this stuff just because it's so easy to use and handy. I'm going to do about 1.5 tablespoons of that. The next thing we've got here, I'm going to do zest of 2 limes. Alright, zest of 2 limes in there. Do real quick. Let's get these cut. Some more zest. Alright, this is a 1/4 cup of orange juice. I'm going to add the lime juice to that. I probably could have just added it in the bowl, but I'll put it in here. Alright, so we probably got a 1/4 cup of lime juice and a 1/4 cup of orange juice in there. We're going to pour that in there real quick. And now we whisk. The gochujang, you can see it's kind of thick, pasty, but once you get it incorporated in there, it makes a nice sauce. So I've got the pork country style ribs here. I'm going to pour about half of this on here to marinade, and the other half I'm going to save for basting. Just get these covered. Now I'm going to let these rest for about a half hour before I start cooking them. The second wrap I'm making is a chicken lettuce wrap. And that sauce consists of about 5 to 6 tablespoons of hoisin. Making a mess. You can kind of see how these two are going to line up anyway with some of the same ingredients. I've got 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. About 3 medium-sized cloves of garlic. I'm going to do about 1 tablespoon of sriracha. Tablespoon of that ginger again. About a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar. And we're going to whisk that up. So this will go into the chicken when it's about cooked. And we'll get the sauce in there. Also, when I have the sauce in there, shortly before it's done, I'm going to add, for some crunch, some celery. I've got 2 stalks of celery here. And then at the very end, I've got 2 green onions here sliced up that we'll throw in at the end. But now that we've got our sauces done, our pork's marinating over there, it's been a little bit, we'll go throw that in and get that started. We're outside and we're gonna make these bad boys in the Instapot. You thought I was gonna throw them on the grill, didn't you? This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take these out. I have the rack in here. I want them up off the bottom. I'm gonna put about 3-4 cups of beef broth in there. Probably till it comes up right to the bottom of the rack that's in there. That's close. That's probably about 4 cups. And then I'm going to pour this juice right on top. I'm going to cook these probably about halfway because I'm going to actually finish them on the grill. So I'm going to go about 20 minutes on a high pressure here. We're going to go, let's see here. More pressure cook, and let's go to, we'll do 25 minutes, and that will start. I have it on sealing. I'll probably let it manual release for about 10 minutes after that, maybe 5 minutes, and then we'll see where we're at. There we go, they're on. Okay, well, we've got the pork in the Instapot. We've got chicken here. And today, since I have a little bit of time, I'm going to use some chicken thighs. You could use ground chicken. They sell that. That's easy. It's the same thing. I love the chicken thighs. I just think they have so much flavor in them. And like I said, I've got time. I'm going to cut them up real fine, as fine as I can get them. And let's get started on that. All right, we hit 0 on this. We're gonna let this slow release for about 10 minutes. And then while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and get my grill fired up. Okay, we're at the 10-minute mark here. We're gonna switch this from manual release to, or should I say natural release to manual release. So we're gonna let that go until the pin drops. Forgot to mention I have about 2 tablespoons of canola oil in there. We're gonna let that go. Oh, I got a little bit of extra moisture in here that I want to get rid of before I add my sauce. I don't want all that liquid in there. I'm just going to take some of it out. A little bit's okay, but you don't want as much that was in there. It'd be too runny. But that looks pretty good. How's that chicken broth taste, Rubes? Alright, let's let that go. Maybe another minute or two. Alright, the pin has dropped on our pork. Let's check this out. Ooh, that smells good. Set our lid down here. And these are right about where I want them. They're pretty tender, but I think I can still get them on a grill for a char. Back up, doggy. So what I'm gonna do, take these, let's get them on there. Fall apart. Love the Instant Pot. Alright, while we got those on there, let's give this chicken a stir quick. That's about ready for our sauce. But before we do that, I'm gonna base these. This is our sauce with the gochujang in it. Hoisin, soy, garlic, ginger, rice wine vinegar, brown sugar, the smell is incredible. Alright, let's let those go. Ruby, you're getting yourself in a whole lot of trouble, young lady. Alright, back to the chicken. Let's add our sauce to that. Give that a mix. All right, let's let this go for a few minutes. And let's glaze. All right, now with the chicken, after that sauce is cooked in there for a little bit, I'm gonna add about half. I have chopped up water chestnuts and celery. It's gonna add some nice crunch in there. A little more than half. I'm gonna mix that in. I'm gonna let this go for a few minutes and that will be done. Celery, hey, what's up? The celery and the water chestnuts have been on there a couple minutes. This looks like it's good and ready to get off of there. So let's get it off. All right, let's set this aside. And this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to take these guys off of there and into there. Should come right off the bone. Like that. Let's see here. Whew. That looks good. Let's see if we can. Oh man, eyes are burning. I think it's the peppers from the Gojuchang. Okay. Just gonna kind of give that a little rough chop. My eyes are on fire. Like I just got pepper sprayed. All right, let's get these other celery, water chestnuts in there. Give that a stir. Well, that's going on. I'm gonna wipe my bleeding eyes. A little bit more of that sauce in there. Stir that up. You can get some of those crusty bits off the grill to get in there, go for it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Alright, let's let that go a minute. pork is done, ready to take off. Let's have a look. Wow, tender. All right, here's the pork. Tender, steaming hot, lots of flavor, smells incredible. So let's start building these lettuce wraps. Time to build the lettuce wraps. I've got some romaine lettuce here. This one had a hole in it, so it's got a backup lettuce leaf there. First, we're gonna take one with the pork. And another one with the pork. It's so tender, fall apart. The country style ribs are some of my favorite to cook with, just because they get so tender. Now let's get some of the chicken. And another with the chicken. And let's finish the chicken's one off with some green onion. And the pork, we're going to take some of that sauce again, just a little bit. One last little drizzle. We'll take some toasted sesame seeds. On there. You can even do some toasted sesame seeds on the chicken. And then, just for garnish, just a little bit of fresh cilantro on the pork. And there, if I can get this guy to stand up, they're messy, but they're worth it, are some pork, Korean pork lettuce wraps and some Asian chicken lettuce wraps. Let's dig in, shall we? Yes, we shall.